Mike, a lot of people ask us about inheritance taxes. Can you explain what the inheritance tax is in Pennsylvania?
Sure. The inheritance tax in Pennsylvania is a bit unusual. It's a tax for inheriting, and the rate you pay depends on who you're leaving your assets to.
How so?
Well, for example, you can leave an unlimited amount to your spouse, and there's no inheritance tax at all.
What about leaving assets to your children or grandchildren?
So that's taxed at 4.5%. That includes any lineal descendants, so your children, grandchildren, even great grandchildren.
And what if someone leaves something to their siblings?
Taxed at a higher rate. It's 12% for siblings, brothers and sisters.
Wow. Is it even higher if you leave assets to someone else?
Oh, that's called a leading question, Madison. Of course it is. If you leave anything to anyone who isn't a lineal descendant or a sibling, like a friend, cousin, or unrelated person, that's taxed at 15%.
What about charitable donations in a will? Do those get taxed too?
Good question. No, charitable bequests are actually deducted from the estate before the tax is calculated. So they're not taxed, and they could also reduce the overall tax burden on the rest of the estate.
So, in short, Pennsylvania inheritance tax depends a lot on who you leave your assets to.
Exactly. That's the key thing to remember. The inheritance tax return in Pennsylvania is interesting, right? Well, on the part where the tax is calculated, you figure out what your gross estate is, then you figure out like any kind of expenses of the estate, so like lawyer, accounting fees, other costs. You come up with your net estate, and then you lay out how that estate is going to be divided. And so if leave $100,000 to your sister, it'll say like 100,000 times 12%. So it's $12,000 tax or, and it goes through like the different levels of beneficiaries and to come up with a total tax amount. So it is an unusual tax return to say the least.